All right, it is the League Monthly semifinals brought to you by esports between Team Rage and Team Rampage. It is game number 2, the best out of 3. The first win went to Team Rage. We see Rage right now, purple team. The blue team is Team Rampage. Sorry about those little bit of glitches there. We are back up and running. XSplit giving me all sorts of headaches this morning. Kind of a little bit frustrating. But man, do we see some great lineups with a lot of great champions that we don't normally see. And so it's going to be an exciting game.
Yeah, so look at this. We have Rage. In the first game, we didn't have any jungle aggression at all. They just played D. This time, it's the exact opposite. They're both passing by each other. Look at this. Gangplank is mid lane, but it looks like Rage is coming around, wants to catch someone. No one's going to be there, so it looks like it's going to be a free red for Rage if they just stay here. But Rampage is going to be able to take blue buff.
A little bit surprising. Now, we do see some wards getting rolled down as well, which is a good call. Look at that. Very aggressive ward right there. One thing with Jungle Alistar, and you do see the boots 3 pots grabbed on him, he's an aggressive jungler, not in the jungle, but he's aggressive in his ganks. And so you want to have really good map awareness on where you're going to be ganking, how you're going to be ganking. We do see all of Rampage sitting here looking to take a quick blue from Team Rage. And we might see a quick level 1 fight between these two teams.
Well, Trundle is taking his pillar first to sort of ward out, make sure that nobody's there. But yeah, it looks like they're just trading jungles at this. No, it looks like Rampage wants to stop them. They know they're at blue because John has that CV.
Yeah, there's the CV. Now we do see them sitting there in that bush. Corki is going to be in a big trouble if he goes into that bush. Corki goes in, big damage going up on Corki. He does flash out in time though, although some damage getting laid onto him from Cassiopeia. Also, Janet, there goes the ignite, so that is going to be a dead Cassiopeia. That's going to be a dead Corki, excuse me. Cassiopeia grabbing the kill, but blue buff is going to go over to Alistar, and looks like that's going to be the only trade. But man, what patience! Great patience and almost a great escape from Corki on that bush gank.
The wall provided no salvation.
No, it didn't. That wall was not kind to Corki.
First blood going to Cassiopeia. If she can take advantage of that, like, you know, maybe back a little bit earlier, get those first couple of Doran's rings, she is going to absolutely be able to crush Gragas down here.
Absolutely. That's going to be a big advantage, especially with mid lane. That's kind of one of the big lanes to watch right now, Cassiopeia versus Gragas, because really whoever gets the fast beginning in that lane is really going to determine how it plays out. There's really, those two champions are kind of snowball champions like that.
Uh-oh, looks like Soraka's been jumped on, and there she goes.
Yeah, big jump on Soraka. Sorry about that. I missed that. It looks like Janna ended up picking up the kill, and that's going to be a big start for bottom lane because Corki is now down a kill. Soraka is now down a kill as well, and that's going to give bot a big start. You can see that Misfortune's already level 2, Janna's level 2. Corki hasn't even reached level 2 yet. He's only level 1.
Unfortunately, Janna picked up that kill instead of Misfortune.
We see Jungle Alistar kind of roaming around here now. I believe he will pick up level 3.
Cassiopeia being really aggressive.
Yeah, Cassiopeia again, and I'm not surprised about that. She does have the kill over Gragas. Now, we do see Alistar. I believe he hit 4 here, so I wonder if we're going to see a gank. Lee Sin is sitting in that bush right there, so I believe he can see Alistar right there. He does know that Alistar is going up top, so I wonder if we're going to see a bit of a counter gank. The pings go down on top.
Pings going up.
And actually, the pings are going down from Alistar. Gangplank, I'm not sure if he knows Alistar's there. Yeah, he knows that he's there. He's going to roam out of there. Lee Sin is going to stick in that bush. And I don't know what's going on with Lee Sin here, but Lee Sin is only level 2, and Alistar's already hit level 4. Oh, there goes the resonating strike down onto Gragas. Gragas taking some big damage. The exhaust. Alistar is going to show up. Is he going to be able to headbutt? Oh, big damage onto Lee Sin. Lee Sin gets pulverized up and the ignite. And that is going to be a kill for Alistar. Lee Sin falls. And we might see a kill also here on Cassiopeia, as coming in there is Gragas. And that's the power, man. Jungle Alistar is strong.
Yeah, I think what really decided that was Lee Sin was level 2. I don't understand why he was trying to gank a lane that was twice his level. What he really needed to do at that point was farm. He was sticking around in the jungle too long, wanted that kill too bad. And there goes blue buff.
Yeah,
wow.
We're going to see Rage.
Blue buff at 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Lee Sin is going to fall behind hard on that.
Yeah, Rage is doing a good job of, even though they're behind in kills and behind 300 gold, they're doing a good job of keeping pace, and that's exactly what we were seeing in the last game.
XSplit once again went down. I'm not sure why it went down. I'm trying to bring it back up here. We have just a black screen. I don't know why XSplit's doing this right now. This is ridiculous. We see... says we're up. All right, well, I'm going to keep casting it here because I think we're back up and rolling. I did refresh it, and we saw
we're back up.
We are back up and rolling. Is the game cat? I don't know. XSplit is giving me all sorts of headaches today, and well, that's about the high and low of it. So we do see a 2-1. We see some big damage going down on bottom lane. Soraka taking some big hits from Misfortune. Yeah, I do see that we are back up and running. Man, XSplit is giving me all sorts of headaches. This is extremely frustrating. We are back into the game, though. It is a 2-for-1 advantage for Team Rage, who also
it looks
grabbed
like,
the blue buff.
It looks like the screen's black, by the way. We're not getting anything. And no audio. Huh. This is quite awkward. Oh, there we go.
Alright, I think it's slowly starting to make its way back in. I'm gonna do some bugging here on XSplit and see what's going on, because it usually doesn't do this to me.
Take out the splash page, because it sounded like that was causing a little bit of grief.
Yeah, that should be disconnected from it, but I'm going to have to totally reset my XSplit and just kind of fix it and take a peek at that. We're getting back into the game, though, here. Thankfully, it kind of happened at a time where nothing too extreme happened. Lee Sin is still pretty far behind. He did hit level 4. Alistar is already at level 5, halfway up to level 6, so he does definitely have the level advantage. And Lee Sin is a champion you don't want to fall behind hard on, because he needs to be tanky mid to late game. Otherwise, he's not going to make too much of a difference.
The Misfortune has come back to lane after getting 2 assists. She has 3 Dorn's Blades, while Corki is not yet back. I wouldn't be surprised if we wanted to just stick around and see if we can get his BF sword, because that would be what would be able to get him back into fighting bot lane, because right now Misfortune is absolutely dominating. Even though Misfortune only has 2 assists, and the CS is actually in Corki's favor right now by 5. Misfortune has really been showing a lot of aggression, a lot of power, and right now she is 150 gold ahead. Looks like John is showing him some aggression, though nothing's really going to come of it. Corki's going to Valkyrie away.
Oh, we do see mid here. There goes the ground pound onto Cassiopeia. However, the ultimate, Cass is going to have to ultimate to possibly get out of there. It was a great knockback from Gragas. The ignite goes down. There goes the damage from Gragas. Gragas picks up the kill onto Cassiopeia, and that is going to be another kill for Team Rage, and they are now going to even this out. And we do see Flare is underneath the turret right now, just bullying Gangplank, and he's got a lot of damage on him. I wonder if we're going to see somebody go in. There goes the ping to back off on him, and he's still taking...
No. Player's taking tons of damage from tower there, and Gragas wants to come around, it looks like.
Now, Gragas can do a lot of damage. He does have a lot of range onto his Q. He's going to come in there and challenge it. It looks like they're going to dive underneath the turret. Trundle taking a little bit of turret damage there. However, Gangplank is just kind of taunting him underneath. There goes the ultimate from Trundle. Big time damage from Gragas. Gragas the damage. There goes the safeguard from Lee Sin. Lee Sin is there. Lee Sin is doing some big damage down onto Gragas, but it looks like nothing is going to come from it. And it's just going to be exchange.
Oh my gosh! Soraka barely heals herself long enough, but the ultimate comes out for Misfortune, finishing off Soraka. Wow, what a clutch play. At this point, Misfortune and John are just so strong. Top lane, though.
Oh, yeah, we do see some big things going down here. Top lane, Gragas is going to have to use his ultimate. Cassiopeia almost full health. Gragas very low. Oh, great dodge from Gragas there. Gragas doing some big-time damage onto Lee Sin. Lee Sin safeguards back up top to Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is not able to land her Q down on Gragas. Now, they are at the enemy side. It looks like he's going to try to maybe just get out while the creeps are taking dirt damage. Oh, Gangplank with his ultimate, and Slacko is taking some big-time damage there, as we see Alistar going bottom as well for the gank. However, the chase is on. He is poisoned, and that is going to be a dead Gragas. So we're going to make our way back down to bottom lane, where Alistar is there right now, trying to do something with his bottom lane, because Misfortune is just bullying Corki right now out of the lane, and Alistar doesn't want that to happen.
Oh, Alistar's jumped onto Misfortune right now. Oh, no, looks like nothing's going to come of it, because Nihilius is just too low. Wow, 2 fights that just didn't want to stop, both top lane and bottom lane.
And so we are going to see...
Gangplank had teleported in to pick up that parlay, by the way. He teleported to the ward that's in the Riverbush.
We do see Trundle kind of pulling away a little bit from Gangplank. Gangplank only has his Razor, boots, and the cloth. However, Trundle right now does have his Wriggles and his boots. We do see Gangplank going back. I wonder if we're going to see him purchase his Wriggles. And that'll be a pretty even lane so far. We're looking at 57 CS to 53, so it is pretty much even now. We do see 3 still bottom. Alistar really kind of camping and babysitting bottom, and I like the way he's playing this. I really like the way Deathmonger's playing this. Oh, there goes Corki, and with the initiation, Corki laying down some big-time damage. However, a great tornado from Janna onto Alistar makes it so that Alistar cannot do any sort of CC, and makes it so that he's basically saying, yeah, you're not going to do any CC, you're not going to get the kill. And that's one of the big powerful things of Janna. It's not that she really does a lot of sustain. She's kind of an anti-gank support. And you main Janna, so tell me if I'm kind of right on with that. She's kind of an anti-gank support.
Sort of. Janna's 2 real claims to fame are her ability to show really strong aggression out of nowhere and her ability to negate ganks. And right now she's been able to do both. And because of that, she's really been winning her bot lane because she hasn't had to play to her weaknesses. She's been able to just say, okay, all I'm doing is countering ganks and getting these kills off on Soraka and Corki, who right now, Corki is level 7, he at level 6, which is where his power really is. But because Misfortune and Janna had shot him down earlier, Misfortune with 1 kill and 2 assists, Corki has the same...
Now we are seeing
the same number of CS.
We are seeing a little bit of a possible initiation on Dragon. Oh, great dash in from Gragas onto Cassiopeia, and Cassiopeia just cannot do anything. She's going to have to waste her ultimate. The Ignite goes off, though, onto Cassiopeia, not going to do enough damage. That was just a beautiful, beautiful body slam from Gragas in there. Oh, there goes the Gangplank ultimate. However, they are going to have Ignite, and looks like Deathmonger Alistar is going to grab the Ignite and also grab the kill. So even though they're down in kills, right now Rage is down 1 kill, 3-4 is the kill count right now. They are up in gold, and that's big thanks to the dragon that they just got.
Gangplank looks like his model is glitching out top lane. But they had Smite, not Ignite, by the way.
He's just kind of twitching up there. He's not really... Oh, we see some damage going down to bottom lane. Doesn't look like he's going to really result in anything. We do see Trundle coming up there, and he's going to kind of do some damage onto Gangplank. And one thing I didn't really think about Trundle versus Gangplank, as we see...
Oh no, Soraka's not going to be able to get out.
Yeah, Soraka is in a very bad position right now. She does have to lay her heel down off onto her, and it looks like she's going to get out of there all right, though.
Man, Soraka, I think what they really wanted to do with Soraka and Corki was get to level 6, and Soraka just feeds Corki as much mana as he needs to throw out his ultimate.
Absolutely.
But Misfortune has not been giving him the opportunity to do that. John has been landing shields pretty well, keeping Misfortune very healthy, plus she has a Vampiric Scepter and 3 Doran's Blades. She is providing her own sustain. She doesn't need no sustain support.
Who needs that them support things there? We don't need them there. We got blades and vampires.
So if you look at mid lane, in the meantime,
it's like how do you come out of that? You don't come out of that gracefully at all. You just don't come out of that gracefully.
So it looks like Gragas is really beating out Cassiopeia right now. 8 CS ahead, which is a decent amount, but also has 2 kills.
We do see a possible
on Alistar.
We do see a possible gank coming down here. They do know that Slacko is there. They do have the ward and the Tri-Brush, and so there's going to be pings coming down. They know that Lee Sin is there. Lee Sin does get headbutted from Alistar. Alistar with the Pulverize. I don't think Gragas is going to get there in time to lay down his ultimate and kind of put Lee Sin in a bad position. But Lee Sin right now still behind a level by Alistar and falling behind even more. However, this is kind of a dangerous situation. It's a 4v4 possibly turning up around the red. The red isn't up, so they're not really contesting anything. They're just going to back off and say, it's not worth it. Let's pick and choose a different fight.
No, they don't want to fight in the middle of their jungle. No, I am not liking Rampage's position right now. Oh, we have aggression bot lane.
Yeah, we do see Corki taking some big-time damage, and even though Corki initiated onto that, he's taking a lot of damage from Misfortune, who is sitting there. We do see the heal go off onto Corki. It is enough to keep both of them alive, but that was just dangerous. Now, we do see Gragas sitting here. He has the ability to body slam in, and he won't be seen by any wards. If he body slams in, he will not be seen by any wards, so they do not know that he is there. Gragas coming in. Does he have his ultimate? Gragas lays down the ultimate, big time damage going off onto Janna. It looks like that is who they are going to focus. Janna with the ult flash, a beautiful flash, and it looks like they are going to have to back out, and they are not going to fight this one. So some big time position changing ultimates from both teams, Janna and Gragas, but it looks like it's going to go in favor of Team Rampage there with the flash ulti from Janna.
Soraka got a very good ultimate there, stopping any aggression that there might have been. Really just throwing... Oh, no!
Wow, like what a pulverize in there from Alistar, who comes in. However, he's going to kind of get knocked back from... he's just going to get knocked back. He's going to head out, and nothing's going to kind of come from that. But I'm kind of surprised that they didn't try to maybe sort of fight that one out.
Yeah, I think that, Rampage really is at a disadvantage. Lee Sin is underfarmed. He's behind. He just now has gotten his Wriggles. Well, you see Trundle, he has his Wriggles, and he's already starting on his, what looks like his Frozen Mallet. Maybe a Triforce? I like Triforce on Trundle, personally. But then again...
Oh, no, bad positioning for Gangplank right now. Gangplank caught by 3 members. Now Cassiopeia comes in, she flashes the flash ultimate. However, Alistar is going to ultimate out as well. Now Lee Sin is in there. Big time damage. The Gragas ultimate. Also the knockup from Alistar onto Cassiopeia. That is going to be a 2-for-0 exchange. And all of a sudden, like that, Rage has the kill advantage and the gold advantage by about 2k, and they are up 5-4.
What I'm seeing right now is Rampage generally has better champion positioning, but Rage has so much more just individual skill with their champions. They know exactly what they can do, while Rampage, that Cassiopeia, she almost saved him, but Gragas had his ultimate, and he has blue buffs, so he was going to have Body Slam every 5.32 seconds.
And we are probably going to see this top tower go down, so it's going to be 2 kills and a top tower. And I mean, really just a great heads up also from Deathmonger, who's currently playing Alistar, because Alistar's ultimate, it removes disables. And he said, well, if you're going to lay down your ultimate, Cass, I'm going to hit my ultimate, and I'm going to make sure you stay here, so when my teammates get back, you're just not going to stand a chance. And like you said, it's just great heads up individual play from Team Rage right now that's really kind of taking it. Rampage trying to lay down a few different things, kind of risky maneuvers. However, they just haven't been enough. And I mean, you were comparing earlier, Lee Sin right now has his Wriggles and his boots. Alistar right now has 1 gold per 10, 2 gold per 10, and his Sheen and his boots 2 already, which are mobility, which get him kind of around the map a lot more. So I mean, right now they're just being out jungled. They're being outplayed when it comes to team, just kind of champion team fights, and it's really kind of turning in favor of Rage after a shaky beginning.
Definitely. I don't really see any way that Rampage could come back unless I can see them doing really well if their bot lane is winning. Sort of. Looks like Misfortune has gone for a Wriggles Lantern. Ping's going down onto Dragon right now.
Yeah, Dragon is going to get back up pretty soon here. Went first over to Rage, so I have a feeling that Rampage doesn't want that to happen. Now, we do see Alistar starting to clear out wards, and that's just kind of something powerful when you have a champion that... when you have a champion that's doing as well as he is, he's got his gold for 10s, he's able to get an Oracles and possibly really kind of mess up your map control, and that's what Alistar is doing right now. So we do
looks
see
like
Dragon
they're going to go
there.
for Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon is up there. It looks like Team Rage is going to try to take it. They do know that they're there. They did lay down a ward. Cassiopeia laid down the ward there. I don't think Rampage is going to try to contest this, although Cassiopeia is coming over there. Cassiopeia does do a lot of AoE damage, and her ultimate can really kind of change the tides. And I wondered if she was possibly going to try to go in there. It doesn't look like she's going to. And so that's going to be another Dragon in favor of Team Rage. Corki coming in there. Corki's in a bad position right now. 3v1, and Corki's just taking a lot of damage. He's going to fall fast, and Janna's going to pick up the kill on that one. Lee Sin goes in onto Soraka. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. He's going to lay down the exhaust and just stick with it. The ultimate on the Soraka. Now Alistar is in there. He lays the knockup, and Misfortune is taking a lot of damage from the turret. However, they're going to back out of there. Janna does lay down the tornado. Ping's going off because Lee Sin is still up there. Cassiopeia and Gragas are trying to make their way up there to possibly help out, but I have a feeling this is going to be a dead Lee Sin, and it is. Alistar picking up the kill, and they're pinging down on the turret. They don't want the turret to fall. We'll see what happens.
Now minions pick it up, and now Janna is desperately trying to get away.
Oh, there goes the flash pulverize and the headbutt out. That is going to be a dead Janna. There goes the ultimate from Misfortune. However, Gragas with a beautiful ultimate himself, putting down some big damage onto Misfortune. Misfortune, though, she has some big damage of her own as well. Gangplank is in there now. Gangplank is attacking Alistar. Alistar with the ultimate. Oh, there goes the headbutt pulverize. Great play from Alistar, who's taking a lot of damage. Is he going to be able to get out of there? No, the flash kill from Gangplank, and he doesn't want to give up on this one. He has Cassiopeia going down. Cassiopeia lays down a bit of her poison, and Gragas doing a little bit of jukes. I think they're going to say, listen, let Gragas die, let the other two get out of there, and we're going to cut our ties. A 2-for-2 loss, 8-7 the final of that one, and a turret. So that does kind of go in the favor of Rampage. However, Rage did take the Dragon not too long ago, so they still do have the gold advantage.
Yeah, not by much though. I've been very impressed with Corky's ability to farm, despite being zoned out so hard by Janna. In fact, right now he's only 7 CS behind, even though Misfortune, of course. Look at that. She already has her Zeal, 3 Doran's Blades.
Trundle in bad positioning. The ultimate goes off onto Trundle. However, a great pillar from Trundle is going to make it so he can get out of there. That's one of the beautiful things about Trundle, is that he's just so mobile. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to break that up there, but Trundle has just been playing, I mean, you want to talk about the Honey Badger, the Honey Trundle. Man, he's been playing. He just goes where he wants. He don't care. He's been really kind of playing under that turret, just taking damage from Lee Sin that whole time and attacking that turret. And it's just been some great play from Trundle. Extremely tanky and extremely hard to gank.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Trundle went back, and it looks like he's bought his Ninja Tabby, a recurve bow, and no magic mantle. He's going for a Last Whisper.
A Wit's End.
Help me out. Sorry, I always get those two confused for some reason. Like the two names are too.
They start with W. It's the W that kind of confuses you.
But yeah, that's interesting. I don't think you really see that very much. It makes sense though, because I do believe that Rabid Bite applies on-hit effects and resets the attack timer so you can get 2 stacks really quickly. And it looks like they just really want to shut down Cassiopeia. Also a good choice against Misfortune, because a lot of Misfortune's damage is from those impure shots, dealing 10 magic damage to her target with each attack.
Dangerous situation for Cassiopeia, who's sitting there. She does know that both of them are there, and Alistar is going to see the ward, so I think they're just going to not really do much of it, and they're going to lay a ward down there right away as well to kind of keep that area warded, keep that blue area, because it looks like this turret is going to fall pretty soon, I have to imagine, and you want to keep that jungle. You want to know what's going on. Oh, big time damage. Gangplank ultimate down on bottom. We also see the teleport in from Gangplank. Gangplank is going to take down both Corky and Soraka. That is going to be a double kill for Gangplank. And really, if you're Team Rage right now, the one thing you don't want to happen is for Gangplank to get fed. That's just something you don't want to happen, because Gangplank, he is a champion that does excel late game. He gets tanky, and that's what they're kind of going for right now. He gets tanky. He does do a lot of damage. And that was a big play on Gangplank, who's now 4-1-1 with a 155 CS.
Now you see, Gangplank hasn't built any MR, so I can imagine that it's going to be Gragas' job to shut down Gangplank really quickly right now. However, we do have aggression bot lane. No, looks like nothing's gonna really. Oh no!
Oh, go the big body slam. There goes the ultimate from. Oh man, the ultimate onto Misfortune from Gragas, and he is going to pick up the kill onto Misfortune. Gragas right now, who is 5-2-3. He does have his death cap. He does have 2 Dorans and Source Boots. Over right now, Cassiopeia, she is kind of going with a more tanky build. She's got the Rayleigh. She does have 2 Dorans, and that's a little bit more of a tanky build versus right now Gragas, who has more of just kind of burst build.
I do think that the Rylai's is a bit of a mistake, because Rage has so much, like, they have so many dashes. We were seeing that before. They really like those champions with dashes. Of course, Corky has a dash. That's mostly for repositioning, though. Trundle can slow down Cassiopeia really well, and of course has the CC reduction. And Gragas, body slam. There's no way you're going to be able to get away from that. So I don't think that Rylai's really was the best decision there, because Rage can really just jump on her anyways. Gragas sitting on top of 303 AP right now. Well, like you said, being Honey Badger at this point.
Just doing as he pleases. Now, Cassiopeia, something kind of interesting to look at here. Cassiopeia does have all 5 maxed out on Noxious Blast and Twin Fangs, means she's going to be doing a lot of damage with that combo. She does have to get that combo off, though. Whereas Gragas right now, he's been leveling up his barrel roll, but the other one he's been leveling up is his Drunken Rage to kind of give him a little bit more tankiness. I wonder if that's maybe to kind of offset the lack of tankiness he has, because he does have blue buff, and I don't know if mana is necessarily the thing that he's totally looking for. It's just that tankiness with it. He hasn't been leveling up Body Slam all the way over that. And we do see a little bit of damage going on here. We do see Cassiopeia in a dangerous situation. The ultimate from Gragas on there. Trundle is there as well. We do not see a pillar from Trundle. I'm a little bit surprised. Instead, they're just going to say, listen, let's grab Dragon. We'll play this a little bit more conservatively. If Rage wins this one, remember, Rage right now is... and there goes the Gangplank ultimate down. Lee Sin is coming around there.
Wow,
I'm
what a
kinda
very good job from
surprised.
Rampage, forcing Rage off of that dragon. They cannot afford to, like, Rage right now is actually behind in gold again. The kills are even.
Oh, we see a flash from Gangplank. Trundle's following. He lays down his ultimate onto Gangplank. I wonder if he's going to be able to get down his pillar. He does get the pillar off. He is slowed down. There goes the big AoE from Gangplank, and just a great 1v1. Oh, the Cassiopeia. She is not able to get Alistar, though. He does knock him up. This is going to be a bad situation for Cassiopeia, who is going to fall right now to Gragas, and now it is a 2v3, and they are going to ping Baron because they have the definite advantage. That was a big, big mistake from Team Rampage there, and a great pickup from Team Rage. And if they can get Dragon or Baron on this one, they are going to have a big-time gold advantage. Right now they only have about a 1k, but they do also have the kill advantage. This is going to give them the gold, the Baron buff, and the advantage. We do see pings going down, though, from the team. Oh, Corki in a bad situation. He is right next to Lee Sin. Got the Valkyrie out of there. Oh, there's the ultimate from Misfortune. Misfortune is getting bullied hard. The ultimate from Gragas onto Misfortune. Misfortune is ignited right now. Flash out from Gragas. There goes the Janna ultimate. However, it is not enough. Big time knockup from Alistar. The Shrillia Reverie goes off from Janna onto Misfortune. They are trying to run out of there. They're trying to do damage while doing it. Janna is hurting right now. She is very low on health. However, big time damage also going on to Alistar and Trundle. And I am surprised. What a great play from Rampage. Able to bully Rage out of there enough not to go and take Baron. That's kind of surprising.
Again, Rampage is doing a really good job of stopping Rage from taking advantage of, well, Rage's ability to catch Rampage off guard.
Wow, now this is surprising for
double ward,
Norco,
double
as
vision.
It looks like Rampage is going to try to counter-take the Baron after a lot of the team has been back. However, Rage is not back, and I'm kind of surprised. This might be a bad idea. The ultimate from Gangplank goes down. However, this might be a bad idea from Team Rampage. I'm not entirely sure. We do see a little bit of a poke war going on back and forth. Lee Sin low on health, Janna low on health, Misfortune low on health, whereas right now with Team Rage, they do have the heal from Alistar. There goes the barrel. Janna very low on health right now, as they're still sticking by Baron. The Baron buff is going to go to Team Rampage right now, but I don't know if it's going to be that great because Lee Sin is going to fall, Janna is going to fall, Corki falls to Gangplank. You do see Misfortune really low on health. The ultimate down from Cassiopeia there. However, the ultimate from Alistar gets him out of there, and that is going to be a 4-for-1 exchange, all for that Baron buff. I don't know if that was worth it. I think Team Rage really kind of came out of the better end of that one.
Yeah, I think right now, let's see here. Rampage probably has the better poke composition because Janna is able to stop a lot of the initiation, but once Deathmonger playing Alistar was able to really jump on to Team Rampage, there was nothing that they could do. Once he got that initiation off, Janna was doing a really good job. Even though she was at such low health, she was really stopping those initiations. Once Alistar got his ultimate and just could not be stopped, he ran in there with those headbutt pulverized combos and really shut them down.
Yeah, really doing a good job with those combos too, because those are kind of hard to land. The headbutt into the pulverized, that combo is a hard combo to land, but he's been really landing them, and I have to give it to Team Rage. That was just a solid play. They were able to push out, grab the turret. I mean, they missed Baron, but they got 4 kills out of it, and were able to give a little bit more map control and map awareness. That was just it was a great play, great heads-up play from Team Rage, and I really kind of question Team Rampage sticking in there to take that.
I don't think that either team really could back off, because if one team backed off, the other team would just take it. So they were both just stuck there. However, Rage had the better sustain. They have Soraka, and they had the Wish, the AoE heal there, or I guess the worldwide AoE heal.
All around the world.
Alistar,
I felt it. I was healed actually.
And Alistar with his heals, they were really, and of course Gragas has his self-sustain. Trundle had actually backed off to mid to lifesteal off the minions. They really had the advantage there because they could heal themselves up without having to back. In the meantime, the only real heals that Rampage had was Janna with her ultimate, and of course she wanted to save that for as long as possible. Gangplank had to burn his ultimate to stop Rage from engaging, but they just couldn't leave because then Rage would take the Baron, and that very well might have been GG.
A big purchase also from Gangplank. If we put our eyes down there. Gangplank just getting his Trinity Force. He did get the Triforce. He does have the Atmas, and so Gangplank is going to be somebody to watch. As you see him kind of sitting up front there, he's going to be very tanky. He's also going to do a lot of damage. Wow, that parlay, when it crits hard, and taking a good chunk out of Gragas' health there. We do see Alistar kind of roaming around looking to take out some wards, but that's going to be a big purchase for Team Rampage, having Gangplank get a little bit more beefy, do a little bit more damage. Previously, he just had a Zeal, so now he has not only the Zeal, but the Sheen, also the Phage, and so that's going to be a big pickup for Rampage.
So wouldn't it actually be Alistar that gets beefy?
I see what you did there.
Oh boy. Okay. So actually, Alistar is really beefy at this point. He does have his Aegis. Uh-oh.
Oh, we see the Shrillians go off. It looks like Rampage is trying to engage here. There goes the Pulverize from Alistar, and it looks like they're just going to use it as kind of a defensive maneuver to back out of there because they don't have Corki in the vicinity, whereas right now Rampage does have all 5. We're going to look for Corki to get in there first before anything really happens. Another Pulverize on the Gangplank to kind of keep him out of there. Corki is now in the area. We'll see if they're going to initiate the team fight. The pillar from the Trundle does go down. I wonder if we're going to see the team fight pretty soon here. Alistar roaming in there. Now that they do have 5, Rampage is like, okay, we don't have the advantage anymore. Get out of there. Parlay off onto Trundle, and that Parlay is doing a lot of damage. There goes in a barrel from Gragas, and it's just going to kind of fall onto deaf ears, I suppose you could say. And it looks like they're just kind of doing a little bit of a poking war once again. We saw this last time, and Rage came out the better end of it. However, Rampage was underneath the Baron. They were taking Baron damage. So we'll see what happens. This could be a big team fight. It might possibly be the game.
Yeah, Rage definitely has the better.
Oh, there goes the Pulverize onto Misfortune, and the Flash as well. Misfortune is going to fall down fast with the Ignite, and it looks like some other big damage going off. The Shrillius goes off. Soraka is taking a lot of damage. Great ultimate from Janna, saving them on that one. Gangplank now taking a lot of damage as they lay down the Gragas ultimate, and it looks like they really Rampage taking a lot of damage. Gangplank falling very low. There goes Janna. Janna's going to have to back out of there, and that looks like it's going to be a turret, probably in the favor of Rage right now. Lee Sin sitting in there. I don't know if it's really a good idea for him to be in there. Trundle taking turret damage, so that'll be a turret and a 1-for-1 trade, although Rage really coming out of the better end of that one. They killed the AD carry versus the support. I mean, at this point in the game, if your support dies, it happens. That's kind of what's going to happen. If your AD carry dies, though, you've got problems and you're in trouble. We do see Gangplank starting to do a little bit of initiation on there. Gragas with some big-time damage. Corki's going to Valkyrie out there. However, some big-time damage. There goes Gangplank. He ends up getting headbutted over to the area. Gangplank is going to die. Gragas taking big-time damage from Cassiopeia. He is poisoned, however, it's not going to be enough. The ultimate from Trundle onto Cassiopeia, then the headbutt, and that is going to be another kill. A 3-for-1 exchange now, like, for Team Rage, and it looks like really Rage is kind of taken away with this one. There goes the safeguard in from Lee Sin. Trundle taking some damage from the turrets. Trundle almost, oh, he does fall. And so, excuse me, that'll be a 3-for-2 eventual exchange, and he's going to hit his Shrillia's Reverie, and they are going to get out of dodge. They did get the inhibitor. They did get 2 turrets out of that one, and Rage really kind of starting to take away from this game.
Yeah, what I really saw doing there was Gragas. Like, Gragas was doing so much work. Every time barrel roll was up, he was hitting at least 2 people. At this point, even though Gangplank, 2 G words, even though Gangplank has his Triforce, he has his Atmos for that extra crit chance, and he was critting a good amount, Gragas is doing way more damage than Gangplank ever could.
Oh, look at if you look right now at his barrel roll, he's doing, the base damage is 285 plus an extra 504 damage on top of that. That's almost 700 damage. Now, obviously, you apply magic resistance and that into it, but man, that is a lot of damage to be throwing out on just a 6-second cooldown, especially in a team fight.
Yeah, and Gangplank, which is really the answer to that when it comes down to these poke wars. Though it really hasn't come down to poke wars, I think that Rage has just done such a good job of initiating. Misfortune hasn't been able to really do anything at all because she's been jumped on every time. Well, in the meantime, Corki has done a very good job of staying in the back, doing lots of damage. So even though Misfortune is more farmed, is a little bit more built, Corki is doing so much more because those Alistar engages are absolutely amazing. And once he pops everyone up, Gragas can throw his barrel out, hit 4 of them, and then Trundle throws his pillar up, and they just cannot escape. We've seen that about 3 times now. And if Rage can just continue doing this, they're going to win this game.
And I remember if Rage does win this one, they go on to the finals. This is the semifinals. This is game number 2. Rage did take game number 1, so they're going to be looking for a big win here to possibly go on to the finals. We do see the pings going off onto Baron as they're going to look to possibly force the Baron fight. I know both teams are going to want it now. Instead, it looks like Rampage has kind of an advantage here with this because they can say, well, if you're not going to do that, we're going to go ahead and take your turret, and they're going to try to make up for some lost ground when it comes to map control and possibly just try to take back a little bit of that map control that they currently don't have.
Yeah, we see that Rage is about 5k ahead. Now that's a decent margin, but you look where the gold is going. It's going to Gragas. It's going to Alistar, which is making him just that much harder to take down, and you just can't ignore him because his, let's see, what is his CDR right now? He has Shurelia's, and gosh, I wish I could see more. But his cooldown reduction is
we see some damage, and we see the initiation onto Baron. However, Rage does know that it's going on, and just sitting right outside there right now is Gragas. Gragas has that really good ultimate initiation as well. I mean, really, Rage has a great initiation. There goes the Shurelia's. There goes the ground pound from Alistar. Big damage off onto Janna. However, Misfortune with her ultimate. Big Misfortune ultimate as 2 people from Rage fall. Gragas almost falling as well, and a big turnaround from Team Rampage. Cassiopeia and Gangplank picking up the kill onto Trundle. They're going to be chasing Gragas down. Alistar is still pretty full health. I don't know why Slacko is sitting there with Gragas. He is going to get caught. He's going to have to body slam out of there. He is in a very dangerous situation. Alistar, good heads-up play from him, though. He's going to headbutt his way out of there. And Rampage with a great heads-up play. They're going to take middle tower, and then I'm sure they're probably going to... Actually, they did grab... They grabbed Baron. They grabbed mid tower, and so a big turnaround. Don't call it a comeback, but it might just be a comeback. Man, oh man!
That lady laughing you heard behind me. That was my lady friend just behind me. Wow, that Gragas was
big damage from Gragas. Gragas now taking some big damage. The summoner heal off on Misfortune. Misfortune, however, is going to die. Gragas going down as well. I'm not sure if that was necessarily worth it right now because right now Rampage definitely has the advantage. Right now Rampage has 4 up, and right now Rage only has 2 people up, and they've got a long cooldown on Gragas and Alistar, who right now are their big money people. And man, oh man. That was just a great heads-up trade, and that's that's the high ELO heads-up you like to see.
Well, you know what the difference was there? Misfortune was allowed to deal her damage. Every other time before this, it was always Rage engaging on Rampage. This time, it was Rampage that engaged onto Rage, and Misfortune was able to throw out her ultimate, deal that massive amount of AoE damage, and then start auto-attacking. And that was the real difference. Misfortune is really built. Right now she's just gone back to get her last Whisper, but before that I believe she had her Phantom Dance already. She had her Black Cleaver. She had her Wriggle's Lantern, and finally she was able to use it. And man, did it show. She's the one that really cleaned up there.
Now, if you look down at this little centerpiece down here, you see all the different big items that are being purchased. I love this new thing that they put in here. We see the Atmas finally getting purchased onto Lee Sin. Lee Sin, who had a really tough early game, kind of coming back and making a bit of a difference. He's got his Warmogs, he's got his Atmas. We also see Cassiopeia grabbing her Will of the Ancients. Now, Will of the Ancients, kind of interesting purchase because you don't have more than 1 AP, but something to kind of keep in mind. Misfortune, like you were saying before, she does do a lot of AP damage on top of the attack damage, so she's going to be healing with that Will of the Ancients as well. That Aura's going to help her. They are going to grab Dragon here, and it's really, I'm going to call it now, the next team fight is probably going to determine this game.
I'd say that's an accurate assumption. Right now, Baron Nashor is about 2/3 gone. And I wouldn't be surprised if Rampage really wanted to engage right now.
Oh, and Gangplank is in a very bad position right now. Gangplank surrounded by 3 other ones. Although Misfortune is there, she's putting down some big damage onto Trundle, and they're going to back off and say, listen, let's make this team fight in our control. Let's put it underneath our turret. As we see the Resonating Strike go off from Lee Sin over there. The big-time headbutt from Alistar onto Gangplank, excuse me. And Misfortune is still there taking damage onto the turret. And it's just one of those kind of poke wars right now, and it'll be a matter of who decides to initiate on who first.
Now, that was I'd say a really bad headbutt pulverize from Alistar's part because he did it to Gangplank. Gangplank right now is so tough. It looks like he's going top to split push.
Big heads up. Gangplank is going to go top for the split push, and he's got a big creep wave up there. However, Corki does kind of get a good heads up, and Corki can do a lot of AoE damage.
It looks like 2 of them are top. So, and the fight has been engaged bot lane.
Oh, there goes the Janna ultimate. However, the ultimate from Gragas is going to be able to take out Misfortune. Soraka ends up picking up the kill. However, Flair, as Trundle is in a bad position right now. He's just so tanky, though. He doesn't care. The ultimate onto Trundle. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, though, because Alistar is there. He does do the pulverize, and they are going to back off, and they're going to cut their ties. However, the Gangplank ultimate is there. Gangplank is there, and I don't know if that's good positioning necessarily from him. Trundle taking some big-time damage. Trundle is very tanky, though, and we do see the ultimate go down from Cassiopeia. It doesn't even hit anybody. Now Alistar getting hit big. He's going to have to use his ultimate. Big-time damage onto Rampage from Team Rage right now. And man,
get out of there.
Trundle is just doing so much damage and tanking so much damage. He is going to end up taking out, Gragas is going to end up taking out the, there goes the flash and the pillar from Trundle. Trundle's going to get hit by the Gangplank parlay, and he's going to get the proc from Frozen Mallet as well as the passive from Gangplank, so he's going to back out of there. But what an exchange, a great exchange in the favor of Team Rage, taking out 2 and not losing a tower in the process, even though there was that split push.
I think that was a really big mistake from Rampage. Once they saw that Misfortune was dead, they should have just finished that minion wave and left. Because as soon as Alistar and Corki came around, that's when it really turned around. And that Gangplank doing so much damage. And once that happened, Rage said, oh, wait a minute, they're a lot lower than they were. Let's jump on them. They probably could have jumped on them a lot earlier. But Rampage, both teams, I think, made mistakes there. But Rampage made the much larger mistake of just staying way too long. Once Misfortune died, that was it. They said their real pushing power was gone. They should have just left. But they didn't, and they paid for it.
Now, interestingly enough, we do see a very tanky Cassiopeia who also grabs another Giant's Belt, which is kind of surprising, and not surprising at the same time, because Cassiopeia, she doesn't have ridiculously high AP ratios. And that kind of allows her to be a little bit more flexible with what she chooses. And I wonder if we'll see, and I've just heard of this, and I thought it was insane. Maybe you'll think it's insane too. But the Warmog's Cassiopeia.
That sounds like a terrible idea. I'm going to level with you.
I'm with you on that one. I thought it was crazy too, but I've seen people do it, and I've seen it be really effective. And look at the amount of health she has right now. She almost has 3,000 health on an AP caster. She has that AoE ult stun, and she also still does a lot of damage because the AoE, or because of the AP ratios, not doing a ton, not doing a ton for her damage. Instead, it's a lot of the base damage.
Yeah, I'd say that's really a mistake from Cassiopeia.
Oh, and we see Gangplank almost getting caught here. Trundle initiating on. He does have the pillar. There goes Lee Sin in there. We do see the Gangplank ultimate. Dropping down to about half health is Trundle, and we're going to see the Shirley's Reverie. So yeah, there is a big split right now. That is a good call. Big split. However, Rampage is not going to take advantage of it. They are instead going to try to aim for that inhibitor. This is going to be big. They do need to keep that inhibitor up. It looks like it's going to fall pretty fast. Oh, there goes the Gragas ulti, the initiation. But a great heads-up play from Cassiopeia. Corki grabbing the kill onto Lee Sin. There is another kill. Trundle taking out Janna. And it looks like Rage really taking advantage of this. A great initiation from Gragas, who also used the Hourglass. If you didn't notice that, he used his Hourglass in there, and it was able to negate almost all of Cassiopeia's and MF's ult. There goes the flash in from Alistar. Alistar's going to have to use his ultimate. He's getting hit hard. Alistar is going to fall to Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia taking some big-time damage, though. MF laying some big damage down right now as well. Gragas is going to fall down right now too. Gangplank.
No.
This might be a bad situation because there goes Nicantor, the support, and that is going to be an ace in favor. Oh my goodness, an ace for Team Rampage, and that might just be the game right there.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
Fortune doing work.
Wow, and they're going to take out one turret. They're probably going to take out another one. The GG's being laid down. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like this is going to get, yes, I am recording it. This is going to get, this is going to go to game number 3.
Oh my gosh.
What a game.
Those fights where Misfortune was able to get that damage down, they won.
What an amazing, amazing fight. What? I mean, really, that came down to who... You said it best during the middle of the game. It came down eventually to who initiated on who the best, and it was just...